I'll never forget the first time I saw Sesame Street. I walked into the Student Union of Carnegie Mellon University where I was attending, and there on a television set was a very young, very bald James Earl Jones reciting the alphabet in a very deliberate manner. A, B, C, as the letters flashed over his head. It was the most compelling television I ever saw. I thought it was a show that taught lip reading. But I really flipped when they cut to the street and I saw the characters of Susan and Gordon, this warm, cheerful, attractive, married black couple who were so real. I was amazed. And let me remind you that in 1969, you never saw a person of color on television. And if you did, they certainly weren't the wholesome Susan and Gordon that we have come to know and love. Now, this had very special meaning for me. I was born in the 50s and raised in the South Bronx, and I watched a lot of television, a lot of Father Knows Best, Leave It to Beaver. And in all the hours of television that I watched, I never saw anybody who looked like me or lived in the same kind of neighborhood that I lived in or spoke the language that I spoke. And not seeing myself reflected in society made me wonder what I was going to do in society, what I was going to grow up to be. How can I participate in a society that seemed refusing to see me? Well, our first target audience was the African-American children. That's why they had Susan and Gordon, so that African-American children will have people to relate to. But then Latino groups that were very active in the 60s demanded equal representation. And that is why Emilio Delgado got cast and I got cast as Luis and Maria. Those were the days when everybody had a platform and everybody marched for every cause you could possibly imagine. So over the years, I became what I needed to see on television myself, a Latina woman contributing to the society that she lived in.